What up? This is Rashid Davis, former Chicago Bear wide receiver. Yeah, that guy. And you're rocking with the Chicago Clubhouse Podcast, where they think they know everything, but they don't know jack.
We back. The second part of the doubleheader. Thanks, Rashid. But it's the podcast where we really don't know shit. But who does know shit, as always, our guest tonight. But before we get to our guest, I do want to give a second to shout out Paul Mooney. He did pass today. And he's a pioneer of comedy. Funny guy. And he actually helped a lot of people along the road. Red Fox, Richard Pryor, and he's had a lot of influence on a lot of other comics. So, let's, remember that. Take a moment for him. Paul Mooney. All right. So, I don't have my all-star team today. All-star team couldn't make it on Wednesday, but since I do surround myself with all-stars, I got my guys from the Shits Podcast. Let me bring them in. Bubba Ball is the first dude.
Oh, what's going on, man? What's going on?
What's up with you, player?
Man, I felt that, man. Rest in heaven to Paul Mooney, man. He did some great things, man. For Richard Pryor, and a lot of others, man. A very truthful comedian. I can almost say, he probably was a grandfather to Chris Rock's comedy with the truth telling. You know what I mean?
Right. He was real, super real. And
made you get up out his set if you got uncomfortable.
Right.
Made you pull your purse on your shoulder and pull your pants up, check your pockets, make sure we ain't leaving there. We're gone, honey. I seen it happen almost every set. So, man, for a comedian to do that, I think that's one of the biggest applause you can get when you touch people that much and you make them that mad. Where they say, "I got to get out of here, man. I can't take no more of this shit."
Right. Well, let me bring in the second part of the Shits Podcast. Woo! My man, Monsoon.
Woo!
What up, bro? How you feel, man?
What up, man?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
How you feel, brother?
Hey, man, thanks for having us, man. We appreciate it.
Oh, man, thanks for being here, man.
This our season, too, though, right?
Appreciate y'all.
Season. We both Geminis.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of which, at the end of this podcast, we can talk about the party bus. Hey, we masking up,
party
though.
Bus.
We masking up. It's not gonna be to the limit. I know some people are still skeptical about getting on the party bus right now.
Party bus.
Get vaccinated if you want to get vaccinated, but come on.
Hey, bro, a motherfucker just told me today that they know a motherfucker in the hood who making the vaccination forms. I told you that shit. They're making the forms. They're making the forms, though. They're making the forms.
Say you've been vaccinated.
Yeah, I told you that. Man, listen, man.
Hey, bro, tell him I'm next in line. My birthday coming up. I'm next. Tell him he's gonna move me up.
Hey, I
gotta get bumped up, bro.
Let's bring in our other guest host, Sir Walter from Tilly's. He did a lot to get set up here. Hopefully, he's not frozen when we bring him in. Sir.
Where you at, sir?
Sir. That's really his name, sir. I know.
That's a dope ass name, man.
Sir?
Sir.
All right, so we're gonna remove sir because evidently sir is not coming up. So, all right, sir. But man, our guest tonight, radio legends, Chicago radio legends.
Yeah,
both of them are radio legends, living radio legends. I wish we could have like Doug Banks and Herb Kent, we'd have like generations.
Oh my God, bro!
Yeah, but Yeah, but unfortunately,
Damn, Ryan,
rest in peace, Doug
yeah,
Banks. We
yeah.
can't have that. But we have Rick Party and Tone Capone, which is even better. And hey, I got a question real quick. Have you ever thought about the person who's behind like the voice when you watch Sports Center? Have you ever wondered like who is that? Who is that talking?
Who is that guy?
Like Darth Vader,
Yeah.
Darth Vader speaking fast or so. Who is that?
Real
well,
deep.
For those of you all who don't know, it's usually Rick Party.
What?
So anyway, in Tom, I forgot my bottle of Hennessy. I know Tom would probably like that because he's the Hennessy ambassador. But
is he?
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
oh,
you didn't know that?
No, man.
No, yeah, man.
I like Ricky. He might can switch me over to XO.
Dude,
you know,
he be taking trips to France and shit, helping with the wine and
picking grapes.
He's worldly. He's worldly.
Wait. Tom Capone is picking grapes. He's picking grapes for Hennessy.
I don't think you said that.
Well, let's bring him in and maybe he can answer that question.
Let's clarify that, man. He better than I thought.
Oh, what's up, Play?
What? That's Capone.
What's up?
Rick
y'all?
Party in the building.
Rick Party, what's up?
Radio Legends in the building.
What up, baby?
Party,
what up with
what's up, buddy?
What's happening, man?
Chilling.
I can't call it, man.
I'm in here with celebrities and shit. I thought that was Trey Songz for a minute. Nigga.
Like, I'm on stepping in grapes and picking grapes and shit. I'm just
right, man.
They too light skinned to be Trey Songz, dog. They too light skinned.
Shit, nigga. Mom, I made it. Fuck that.
Hey, I made it. Trey, he's young enough to be my son. And when I interviewed him one time, and I used to work in Virginia, where you from? Yeah. And I said to Trey, I said, what's your mama name? And he said, don't do it, man. It's gonna be a tough day for you.
What?
Yeah. He was about to call out his mama. Hey, you know man. We had some memories, boy.
He was done.
That's some shit you hate to hear right there, boy. Yeah. What's your mama name?
I'm your daddy, boy.
Like nigga.
He was pissed for real, man.
Yeah.
I can't say shit about this nigga.
All right.
I heard he was emotional, but I ain't think like, damn, like you don't want to shout your mom.
He an R&B singer, so
I know, right?
He's an angry R&B dude, right?
I know, right?
That's crazy.
They be wilding, bro.
Yeah.
Tone, what's good, homie?
Man, I'm all good, man. I just finished the gym. I was trying to get out of the gym and make it home and do the pod, but I had to, I made a commitment to myself to keep this weight off that I picked up during COVID. So yeah,
and pandemic times,
yeah. I picked up like
you can't do the Will Smith joint, King Tom.
What you say?
You can't do the Will Smith challenge, King.
Man, I ain't doing the Will Smith challenge. I was 240 though, and I'm back down. I'm back down to 225. So
you doing good then? You doing good?
That's good.
Yeah, I went up to 240. I went up to 240.
Damn!
Wow, you was something with the big dog.
Yeah,
that's that Uber Eats shit right there, boy.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, bro, I've been there. I know what it's like, man. That's when you post them old ass photos of yourself on social media. This is me right now.
No gray hair and shit. You lying?
Right?
You putting out MySpace pictures and shit. It's like that nigga was in high school. What the fuck?
Hey, so one of the biggest questions that I have from a lot of people, man, make sure you ask them this. Can you walk us through the process of getting your song played on the radio?
Oh shit!
Wow.
Rick, I don't know what Well, I'm gonna take it back in my day. So back in my day, it was like They come in the
Oh,
studio, they be like,
Oh, okay.
you had
that
to
was,
wet somebody's palm.
that was back in my day.
Making
I
it
was
right.
so naive. Like people would come in the studio with their artists, they have a wad of money and just drop it, and I'd be like, "Hey, you." They'd be like,
Wow. Right.
That was the scene on Cadillac Records. Y'all remember that shit?
I remember that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was back in the day. Now I know when Tone was at 106 and Power 92. I don't know if that had changed or not, but I think we lost Tone. But now it's corporate. Like you can't do that now. It got to go up the chain now.
Right. Well, I would think it'd probably be harder now because them niggas can't keep money in their skinny jeans anyway. So that shit is gonna fall right out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't put a wide in those skinny jeans, my nigga.
Right.
You just can't do it.
Yeah, I'm back.
We got Sir back.
Sir, what's to it, man? What up, sir?
What's the business, gentlemen? What's the business? Let me know if y'all can hear me.
We can hear you.
We can hear you now. You straight now? You no more freezing?
Man, I can do 5 test runs and be good until it's time for me to get on deck and everything go wrong.
That's like sex. That's how it is when you fucking.
Is that what that is?
Boy.
Once you get started, you're like,
This is a PG-13 podcast.
PG-13.
My bad. I'm sorry.
It's all for the kids. All for the kids.
So Tone, give us the new school take on the process of getting your song played on the radio.
Like you said, it is corporate now, and I always try to tell people that, man, the best way is you got to get signed. Really, at the end of the day, it's tough the independent route because corporate structures have just got a stranglehold on those relationships. A lot of times, really getting your record to the right person is a relationship. So it still doesn't never like take away from an artist really knowing a hot DJ. So if you in these markets, like you in Chicago, you got to know certain DJs. You in Miami, you got to know certain DJs. You got to build that relationship. A lot of artists say, hey, I made this music, I put it out. Why are they doing nothing? No, you got to work it. It's like with anything, it's marketing. So you got to get it in the right hands, and the right person got to really vouch for that record. You know what I'm saying? So a right person, and if that person vouches for it, then he can take it to another level. He takes that to another level, and then it ends up getting in play. But a lot of times, bro, like people try to recreate the cheap keep, get the viral stuff going on. That's magic, bro. That's the magic part of it. There is outlier situation, but I always tell people, man, you got to get on your grind. It's like with anything. Having a good podcast, you got to get on your grind. You got to market it. You got to let other people see it. Some people got to see it. Another person got to vouch for you, and it goes on and on. I think people discredit the relationship, and then people try to cut the corners by saying, "Yeah, man, you pay for this, you pay for that." A lot of times, bro, it be relationships. I've seen it. It been relationship. Juice World got on off a relationship. He from, God rest his soul, he from Homewood, Flossmoor. But then he met the right person and got with G Herbo. Herb got him to Bibby. Bibby had the relationship at Interscope and he owned.
Right. Hey, so to piggyback off that question, man. So do you think it's harder for DJs to break records nowadays, like compared to like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a question for both you and Rick Party. Do you think it's harder for DJs to break records now that it's so corporate?
No, for sure. I mean, from what I've seen, like when I was working in Miami, it got to the point where back in the day, you can go give a record to a club DJ. Yeah. The club DJ make it hot, bring it to the radio, and it blow up. These days, program directors give DJs a playlist.
Right.
They give these are the I don't know, 25, the 50 songs you can play on this list. Yeah. What'd you say, Tone? What was the number?
Yeah, it's about 25, 50 records. You know, it definitely might be closer to 25 than 50.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the thing of it is that a lot of people get confused between in a way with me and Rick are. Me and Rick are not DJs.
Right.
We radio personalities. You know what I mean? People not paying us for what we play. They paying us for what we say and how we say. And that's what I always try to get people to understand. It's a difference. It's a different type of situation. And what Rick is saying is, especially, it is still true to this point. if you get the right DJ in the right club that's rocking your record, again, it's relationships. You good. So if you playing it, if you got Efeezy playing it at Live, you good. Right. If you got somebody playing in LA, you good. You know what I mean? It's a and I always tell people, don't discredit those relationships. A lot of times people are scared of going up to those DJs and building with them and being like, man, and letting them hear, and they don't understand that DJs, in that sense of a DJ that's in the club, they looking to make their name too. They want to get attached to I broke this dude. So it's a circular type of situation.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, to speak on what you're talking about too, I like to tell people, Tone, right now, what you're speaking on is a lost art because you're talking about networking.
Yep.
And right now, networking is becoming popular, but it's becoming a text version of networking where we only communicate through text, Instagram, DMs, things of that nature. Actual face-to-face contact has been prohibited now for the past 2 years almost. As we can see with this pandemic, and now that everything is opening up, people are still going to be a little hesitant, maybe. We don't know. But I feel like this pandemic is really forcing a wedge in between face-to-face contact and just people wanting to build relationships and step out of their boxes. A lot of people aren't comfortable meeting new people. A lot of people just aren't relationship material anymore. I like to use that word. You can meet some people and just tell like right away, like it's just something about this person. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be around them. Some people are maybe shy and bashful still, and they're grown. They're adults. Yep. You know, so a lot of people communication skills are lacking in such an area where they feel comfortable talking to you on a computer, emailing you. You'll get more conversation out of people in emails and text than you would in real life. We interviewed some people on the podcast, and it's like talking to a fucking mute. I mean, like a deaf mute or something. It's like, bro, you okay? You cool? You want some water? We got juice, right? You know, lemonade. Like, take 5. What you need? Some chips? Like, did you eat your blood sugar? Okay, so it's like, you know, you communicate with me and bro on Instagram. Back to back to back, we get you in here. You like, you rap good, you know. So it's like, man, certain people just, I see that communication is really being taken away from us as people and us as a community. We used to go to clubs and meet up. We'll link up on the internet or whatever. Hey, Tom, where you gonna be tonight? Man, I'm gonna be down here for 3 hours. Stop through on me. Now, if you ain't here in 3 hours, I'm going to the next spot. And this Tom Kapone. So I know if he telling me to meet him at the blues room downtown somewhere, I gotta be there from 10 to 12. If not, I'm gonna miss my beat, and I'm there.
Yeah.
So now it's totally different. Tone will set up something with somebody that's got hot music, and they'll fake Tone out. They'll fake Tone out, and Tone can introduce them to Future. Tone can put them in tune with LL Cool J or whoever because he knows them. Cell phone number, first name basis, but they'll play him. So the generation and the respect in the game has also dropped. I see so many young guys with money, they don't respect us no more. You know?
I think it's the age gap. I think the younger they are, the less social skills they have, the harder they find it to communicate, the harder they find it to even respect older people because they think everything that's on social media is real and it's not. That's where they feel like they get their respect and they love instead of being out here in the streets and dealing with the people one-on-one.
Yep.
I kind of feel like so much is invested into social media. Everybody want to be an influencer. Everybody want to have a brand. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be a Instagram model or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everybody put all this stock into the internet because you can get put on like that. And I think, like y'all said, the art of communicating with people in person is lost. You know what I'm saying? So like when you do have the opportunity to meet up with Tone at the club or meet up with Rick at the club and actually converse with these cats, you don't know what the fuck to say because you're so used to doing it through your phone. You know what I'm saying? You're so used to doing it through an emoji, you know? So it's kind of lost.
Yeah.
I agree, man. These young cats, man, they rely on text and social media.
And
They
skinny
don't
jeans.
necessarily have the skills. They don't necessarily have those personable skills to actually speak to somebody and articulate and express themselves and say what they want to say.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And they don't have to hustle, man. They don't have to grind. You know what I'm saying? They so
right,
used to people giving
Lazy.
them something like
Oh,
for me and Tone and y'all as well. Like you in your business, man, people don't understand that you are always being vetted. You are
Oh, hell
always
yeah.
like me, I'm always putting
Hell yeah.
people through a damn test because I know how bad I wanted this. I know how I came up. Now, if you're not willing to do it the way I did it, you don't really want it.
Hell
You know
no.
what I'm saying? I'm the type of dude. I will teach you how to do it. I will teach you how to do it. But if you fail the test, I can't mess with you
yeah.
because now if I'm trying to endorse you, you messing my name up. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
right.
so many people like that. They say they want to do it. They say they want to do it, and you say call me at 9:00. They call you at 9:02. I'm like, come on, bro. Like this show, y'all said be here 30 minutes ahead. You know what I'm saying? Kids wouldn't understand that. Kids they don't get that. Everything is a test. You are always being vetted. Always being vetted, man. I'm Rick Party and I'm complete. That's some shit they say on Clubhouse. Everybody like, yeah, so. Y'all been on Clubhouse yet, man?
I haven't.
I have.
So every
I
time
did
people
that, like,
talk, they always, when they finish talking, they always say, I'm John and I'm completed. I'm John, I'm done, for the hearing impaired, or was it, yeah.
Right.
Because they reading the script, yeah.
Oh,
so that Clubhouse is just the iPhone app, right? So if you don't have an iPhone, then
No. Everybody can get on it now.
really,
Yeah.
Everybody can get on. It's wide open, man. It's everybody is on that app. Like all the celebrities, all the venture capitalists, angel investors, everybody on there, man, having conversations about everything. Celebrities. I mean, it's a whole nother level of social media, if you will. It's really like radio, if you will. You know what I'm saying? They got about 5 million users. People in there talking, man, about everything live like this, but you can't see each other. You can't see each other. You just a little profile photo.
just
Yeah.
talk. Okay,
Just talk.
Yeah.
you got it. You got a show on there, don't you?
No, I have a show that's about to launch. So me and my team, we have been practicing over there, right? Because we can get an audience, so we can talk here, right? Like on Clubhouse, and we can have a topic, and we say, hey, if anybody want to call in or raise your hand and interject, come on the stage. So people jump on the stage, and let's say like Tiffany Haddish is always on, and let's say Tiffany Haddish jump on the stage. I did something back in November, and we were talking about how was your Thanksgiving during the pandemic lockdown. So Tiffany came on our stage because we were recording topics for the radio. And Tone knows this, like people don't call in the radio stations like they used to unless you're giving up something. You know what I'm saying? So we had Tiffany on, so we had to, create a conversation. So all these people came in. As soon as I saw Tiffany in, hundreds of people came in the room. So everybody wanted to hop on the stage and talk about Thanksgiving. Then Tiffany wound up talking about her relationship with Common and all of that. So we switched up the topics and had topics for days with Tiffany just talking. People get on there just talk, man. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Tiffany's relationship with Common.
They dating.
They've been dating for a while.
Yeah.
they still dating?
Right. I heard that was
man.
a wrap.
Yeah.
I had no clue.
That's
Oh,
good.
yeah.
I'm old, man. I don't know these
that's our
things
job.
like out of the loop.
Yeah. Yeah, that's our job, like Tone said, man. We gotta know this stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I know Tone be knowing a lot of these things. Like I listen to Tone's radio show every day, and because I drive for my job, so I'll be tuning in, and Tone talks about everything from Kwame Brown. You were talking about that shit today.
That
I guess we'll talk about that in a minute, but
yeah, buddy.
Paul, you be talking about all that shit, man. I'll be listening. I'll be listening. Like,
Thank you. I appreciate
hell
it, man.
no, this nigga didn't start talking about this shit.
Yeah, man. I find something and I just go, man. That's really it. It's been a blessing that people even listen to my crazy ass this long, man. So
Oh man, you got a lot of listeners, dog. You got a lot of listeners.
2 legends on the joint.
How long you been there now, Tone?
it's like 5 years now.
That's it?
No, right? That's it.
Oh wow.
5.
Seems like you've been there. Yeah. Seems
And
like you've
I
been
was
there
just
for
like, when I said 5, I was like, damn, it's been a minute. Like, yeah,
Wow.
man. Like, yeah, they came and got me, and it's been cool. I ain't gonna lie, I was scared in the motherfucker to come over there.
going to the big station.
Yeah, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Because you watch them going away. Like on the other side, you see people getting hacked and fired, and you're like, oof, I don't want that. I like I can stay in power forever. Like,
Right.
I'm good, but I had some real talks. I salute Charlemagne. Like Charlemagne took some time out, had a real conversation with me. Big Boy had a real conversation with me, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
That's been history. It's been real cool.
It's really, man, it's just about being you, man, and you do that well. Just being yourself,
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, Rick, I used to grow up listening. I grew up listening to Rick, man. He's one of my people that I used to listen to, man, and take things from. And you know what I mean? Like, people don't know, it's so funny. When I talked to some of the people when I came over there, they're like, yo, we thought you like this radio geek because we heard you just like all you do is like listen to people and you just like really be like I really be about my craft. Like I come from sports, right? So I come from watching tape, trying to figure out how to get better at this, how to get better at this. So when I got in the radio, I watched the people that was really good at it and was making money doing it and was really good. Rick is one of those people that I watched. You know what I mean? I listen to Angie Martinez interviews and see how comfortable she makes people feel and her conversational style. Big Boy, how he uses his humor. And I tell everybody, I mean, I got lucky to produce Doug's show for 3 years, me and Shad, because really I was really in school. I was in the Doug Banks school. I'm really just Doug Banks remixed. 100%. I just use a lot of things that I learned from Doug, the way he talks, his delivery, how he gets in and how he used to get in and out of breaks when he really had nothing. When he had something, how he embraced the story and gave his take on it. It wasn't just this thing happened, it was his take on the story. You know what I mean? And then when it was serious, you spin out of it with a comment to make people bring them back and get lighthearted, say things that connect to people and touch points that people gonna remember. Like you remembered that Kwame Brown thing because I said something to touch you about Kwame Brown. I said something at a touch point that caught your ear. I always want people to take a piece of my breaks away. You might not remember everything I say, but you're gonna remember something I said. And that's always it's thing. And I still to this day, and I know Rick does too. It's just, man, I'm always trying to get better at this shit, bro. I don't feel like, that I'm this cold dude at this shit. Like, it's just, I compare it a lot to baseball. Like, you could be the best batter in the world and be crushing.
Uh-oh. We lost the sound.
Everything out of the park. And then, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear now.
You could be knocking everything out of the park. And then for 2 weeks, you can't hit shit. And that's the same how radio is. That's actually the love and hate, the fun part about it, because you can have a show, you can have a week of shows where you're just not hitting. And then you're not hitting, like, man, and then you go back and you kind of figure out what you got going on and you get your shit back together. It's to me one of my favorite thing about the craft is just being always able, trying to always fine tune and try to pitch the perfect show.
Yeah. That's what it's about, bro. I mean, I like the fact that you said that you listen to other people, and that's what I tell people to still listen. Like, you don't get to a point where you hear and you don't listen to other people. Like, sometimes I got to go listen back to my old self. I mean, there are times when I even check your show out, Tone, just to get the pulse of what people are doing today. You know what I'm saying? Because trends change and everything. Like, it used to be like the record company had all the hits. But all the hit music come from TikTok today.
Yeah.
TikTok is the biggest record company out there. That's where hits are made. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
So you gotta follow the trail, baby.
You gotta follow them. I mean, like people don't like to listen to their music, listen to young music. People are like, oh, listen to that. Like for me, that's my craft. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I love hip hop. So wherever hip hop go and how it goes, I might have some criticism, but I'm still with it. I'm not saying these young boys don't know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They intent because they touching they people. They touching exactly what. So I might go through the Apple playlist and listen to that. Listen to it 2 times in a row. So I just know. I know it's some like that. I don't know how to pronounce their name. What's this? Okay, I'm gonna watch a YouTube and see how to pronounce his name. It's always something. You know what I mean? Like the TikTok thing. Like dude, my daughter has 11 million followers on TikTok, which is fucking nuts.
What?
Wow. That's crazy.
She's a super TikToker, bro. She's a super TikToker and got a record deal. I got her a record deal because she had that much. She's got that many followers.
Okay.
Wow.
That's
wow.
Congrats.
It's definitely 100%. You just got to follow the trends and figure out how to finesse them.
That's great. She like the soldier girl of TikTok. The soldier boy came on the scene and took over. You know what I mean? He took over YouTube.
Yeah,
that's how he got on. You know what I mean? So he started that whole YouTube trend.
Yeah, he did.
You know, when you think about it, like without Soldier Boy telling me, I still don't know what he's saying.
He was the first to do everything, man.
And my kids always correct me, like, "No, Dad, it's not you." I'm like, "Oh, okay, all right."
But what is he saying? He's not saying you. What is he saying, man?
I don't know, man. What is the word? But they still saying you, and they dancing with it. I just look at it.
I thought
that's what it sounds like to me. That's what he's saying. That's what it sounds like. That's what he said.
Right.
hey, Rick. It was you know, I thought it was interesting that you said TikTok is where hits were made.
Man,
that song by Young Thug, the Ski Challenge, that would never be a hit without TikTok.
Nah,
that
a lot
would
of these
never be a hit.
Yeah, honestly, it would.
It would. How?
TikTok gave it the momentum, right? It got you. It got the. That's what they use it as a push. But Young Thug is one of the biggest rappers in the world.
Really?
And his everybody that the album is streaming probably top 2, top 3 in the country right now in the world actually. And everything Thug. That's why when you see Young Thug do these interviews, it's a different type of aura about him now because he knows where he's at. He's the big bro now. He's the big bro. He's not going against a person like Drake. Drake's way out here. Drake is what Jay-Z was to us. He's way out here. Thug is the dude that everybody is rocking with. Thug, you got to think. Thug has spawned two great rappers, and really, Lil Baby and Gunna is right underneath him.
Wow.
And then everybody always has a story about how Young Thug has helped him out. He's just in that good space right now. How long will it last? Who knows? But right now he's one of the biggest dudes out.
I compare him to he's the 2021 version of Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane is responsible for so many careers. Nicki Minaj, on down the line. Whoever Gucci Mane got on a mixtape with, if you pay attention to any mixtape that Gucci Mane has done back in the early 2000s, those people blew up shortly after Gucci Mane gave people opportunity. And none of them were signed to his record labels per se. He just was like, okay, you hot right now. You want to hop on my mixtape, however it went. But I noticed that whoever Gucci worked with, shortly after that, they got a record deal. And they weren't all from Atlanta. They weren't all signed to him. But Gucci introduced the people, the street, to a lot of artists. And they picked up their own momentum after Gucci introduced them, gave them that red carpet, walked out with them under his arm, co-signed them. Basically, that was it, man. You know, man, it's so many artists I can name, but Nicki Minaj was one of the first because I remember who?
Waka Flocka.
Oh, I mean, that was his protege. That was his actual protege.
Okay.
Flocka. I don't know. I mean, now he got so many other. I can't keep up with him. But
Migos, I think he put them
Migos. On. Once he co-signed the Migos, skyrocket. You know what I mean? So Gucci is one of those guys that I feel he gave the opportunity. You know what I mean? If he had an inkling of your real, whether your rap skill level was there or not, it was something about you that had to be sticking out and touched him and say, okay, let's do this, let's do that. And he did. You know what I mean? So when he did Young Thug brought on so many people that he knew in his age group, and that Atlanta, that's something about Atlanta too, man. Atlanta is real. They really opened our eyes here in bigger cities about showing love in your own city and rocking with your own city and supporting your own city. If Chicago artists really did that, we would be way bigger. Everybody wants to be Chief Keef. Everybody want to be Lil Durk. Everybody want to be G Herbo. You know what I mean?
I don't.
No, not us. All the young people. All the people that like that music and are in tune with that. They really look up to these people. You know what I mean? And if they just clicked up, man, and stopped all this killing, man, they would do some, man, fuck Mandela. You know what I mean? Like, man, if they got together and say, look, put everything down, we on this, and everybody converted to that, man, what would the media say?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Chicago is, I think, man, Chicago is, it has been and is still so oppressed. People don't even know it. Like, you've been there for so damn long. It's like, you can't do anything past downtown. It seems like it's always been that damn way. And then the fact that it's seasonal, people wait to do things when the summer comes.
Yeah.
But like if you take New York or Atlanta, it's like people are always doing shit. All 365 days a year, 24/7. Like black people got popping up shops, just everything they doing down there, man. It's like the grind just never stopped. But it always seemed like in Chicago, when people they never really wanted to share. And that was the problem, man. It's like, no, bro, I got a few months to get mine together. I'm gonna wait until I get it together. Then I'm gonna share it with you. How about we just do it together?
Exactly.
But that's what they doing. That's what they doing in a city like Atlanta.
Yeah. What's the name was saying that? Dame Dash was talking about that I saw him in an interview talking about sharing the plug. He was like, man, you got to share the plug, and it was just a really very interesting conversation on how he's like, man, people just holding the plugs together. That's why black folks don't really get a chance to elevate, because everybody want to be on top instead of like, you don't, just because you sharing the plug, you know what I mean, don't mean that you going to not be on top. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. It's it's that, and Rick knows this, and it's the same thing about radio. A lot of people be scared to help somebody out because they scared that person to take your spot. You know what I mean? Like, and in some cases, I can understand that fear, but you got to be confident in your skill level.
That's right.
And I always thought paying it forward, it just worked because people let me in the game, bro. I ain't know nothing about radio when I started. Nothing. Mm-hmm. I was an intern, and it turned into this. You know what I'm saying? So somebody had to look out for me and really pay it forward. I mean, really look out for me, and I paid it forward.
Yeah.
I was talking to a buddy of mine, and he kind of spoke on that too, about like with hip hop artists, like the ones that have longevity are the ones that always reach back and brought somebody up with them. You know what I'm saying? So then like he kind of used KRS-One for example, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I've never heard of anybody that KRS-One really brought up. You know what I'm saying? As a protege. You know what I'm saying?
Channel Live.
Yeah. Okay.
No bad-ism. You don't know nothing about that, boy. You don't know nothing about that.
All we do is smoke bad-ism.
I mean, they smoke too
much. I knew your old ass would know.
Was one of them his brother?
Probably.
I think so.
If anything, they was the only ones. They was the only ones. But you look at somebody like, just say like Jay. You know what I'm saying? Jay reached back and kept bringing people up. You know what I'm saying? Granted, Jay Electronica didn't really go as far as people thought he was, but Jay still reached out to him, reached out to J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? And I've never really heard of too many people that carry us what I'm trying to put on. You get what I'm saying? And I think you can kind of see the difference of why certain people are still relevant because they do reach back to the youth or the cast is trying to come up, and they keep them relevant too.
Facts.
No, that's what it's all about, man. Reaching back, man. I there's this quote say, "Service to others is the rent we pay on earth." You know, and I just believe that, man. And like when I think about like what I'm doing and where I come from, I'm from Inglewood. I'm from 55th and Racine. I lived at 1151 with Garfield between, you know, I lived between Racine and May, right across the street from Sherman Park. That's why I grew up.
Bricks.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And my father in the summertime, I spent my summers in Cabrini Green and then eventually moved with my father to Cabrini Green, 862 North Cedric and the 500 and 502 East Oak Street. And then he moved to K-Town. So I had every experience of Chicago, the west side, the north side, all of that.
You solidified.
Right. And to what we saying, my truth is that being from the south side, having to go to school on the north side though, right? Because my mother was an educator. So she always wanted us to have a better education, but we had to take the bus to get there. Gangs were all over Chicago, right?
Right.
On the north side, I went to San High School, and it was rough. Like they had Asian gangs. They had the light San, man. They had a gang called the Laotian Disciples, right?
Whoa.
That's too
So
much.
imagine some Asian dudes from Laos, right? With it was scary, man. Especially being from Inglewood. I'm like, yo, what is this?
Just pronounce it.
Yeah. So when you think about just opportunity, I stopped going to school. So I got kicked out of school, right? So I used to call a radio station and call the DJ that was on BMX. He took the time out to talk to me. And by this man taking his time to talk to me, that inspired me to get back into school and go to Columbia School of Broadcasting, not college. Wow. This is a broadcasting school. This is one of those it's kind of like the Illinois Media School, but it was before that, right? Yeah, before that. And that's how I started. But when you think about everything that I went through, getting kicked out of school, failing a couple grades because I didn't go to school, having a learning disability because I had a lot of things going on in my life and in my head that I could not comprehend a lot of things, right? But once things smoothed out and I found something that I loved, that was radio. Yeah. And that's when my life started to pick up. And what I'm saying is like being from Inglewood, living in Cabrini and K-Town, dreams just don't come true for us, right? No. And because I had people who reached back, like this guy, Earl Boston, who worked at BMX, because he took the time for me and gave me the secret sauce to being a radio personality, that made me want to learn everything that they were doing because I was already set back. You know what I'm saying? So I had to catch up in life. So I wanted to listen to everybody in radio and eventually worked in Chicago again, in Atlanta and New York City. And now the voice of ESPN, and I was the voice of BET for a long time. And I said that to say that at the end of the day, I'm still a black man from Inglewood. That right there, and to what Tone was saying is like you never get to a point where you think you it. Like I'm still at a point like, man, I can't believe it. Like, yo, like when I hear myself on TV, I'm like, damn, that's that kid from Inglewood, man. It's like that's me. You know what I'm saying?
Next time I look at sports, and I'm definitely gonna be listening.
It keeps me, man. It keeps me humble, man. And it's like I'm always giving. That's why I'm so hard on other people. I'm like, you don't know what I had to go through. Right. And if you want it, man, this is what you got to do. You know, I had many nights as a teenager trying to. I had to go get a job at living when we finally moved to 76 in Peoria. I was a teenager with my mom, and I had to take the bus, to the airport. Going to sleep. I mean, all sorts of stuff, man. Just 16 years old, man. 16 years old, man, and perverts on the train and all types of shit, man. And when I look at myself now, I don't look at last year I did this and 2 years I did that. I look at where I'm now and where I came from. Yeah. Cause that person where I came from is that's who I am. That's never going to change. And that's why I always look at, somebody like me that say they want to do this. I'm like, but what are you doing now? This is what you got to do. And when they don't do it, man, I'm hard on them. People will say I'm a hard person to work with because when I work with you, I care for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I care for you, man. So I'm Rick Party and I'm complete.
Yeah. So you expect certain shit. You have certain standards.
Yeah.
That if you don't meet these standards, you don't really want this shit. You say you want it, but you don't really want it. If you can't even be on time, when I say call me at 9:00, you call me at 9:05.
Right.
Nah, it's 5 minutes, but that's not what I said. Right. That's not what I said.
It's easy, man. I mean, people just don't follow like little blueprints in life. Like when it comes, I don't care what, like say when it comes to damn Bitcoin or whatever people do, people have become billionaires doing stuff. But if you take the time and really learn something, if you read a goddamn book, you would be so far in life if you even listen to people without quickly saying, I know. Even if you know, don't even say you know, just listen because you may learn something new. I'm in a place in my life where I'm learning something new from people all the time. Like, I don't care who you are. Like, I'm never at a point where you can't tell me nothing. I've never been that person, never will be that person. So it's what we live in, man.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
you said that by design, right?
I know. I'm fucking with him. That's dope as hell.
Yeah. So, I mean, I gotta get ready to jump, man. Rick, it's really good seeing you, bro. Good seeing all y'all, man. But what Rick said is that's the realest thing. I could tell you real quick before I get off, a real quick crazy story. Yes, I'm the Hennessy ambassador, right? And yeah, I got the plug everywhere, pretty much. As far as nightlife is concerned, I got it. You know what I mean? And I would tell people, hey, bro, like, hey, man, meet me here. They'd be like, yo, I want to go out. I'm like, all right, well, meet me. I'm gonna be at such and such. I'm gonna be at whatever spot at 11:00. And then they're like, all right, Tom, I'm gonna pull up on you. All right, cool, see you, boy. And they're gonna pull up on me. Cool. I like, all right, I get there, 11:15. Where you at? Man, I'm about 20 minutes away. What? And now I'm in the club, and they're like, yo, you coming out? Hey, man, I'm here. Like, hey, man, look, I walked in with my people already. I mean, let's focus. Like, bro, like, how do you? I don't understand that. Even to this day, when I don't have the plug, and I'm going to certain cities, and certain people hit me, they hit me like, hey, Tone, man, it's gonna be tough tonight, bro. Come there at 11:00. I'm there at 11:00. I don't care about
10:30.
Yeah,
10:30.
I'm not tripping because it's a plug. But that's what people at. Like, it's an entitlement, so to speak. It's an entitlement, so to speak. But there are people on the other side of that will be there, and those are the people that I rock with all the time. Same way I'm sure with Rick, when there's people that follow those directions that he lay out for them, he gonna rock with them hard, because there's a lot of people that feel entitled. There's a lot of people that move their own way and not the way somebody that got the plug or somebody that can really help you out. It's just the way stuff is right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And I'm Tone Kapone. I'm done. All right.
Hey, Tone, man. Hey, bro. I just want to give you your roses, man, because like I said, I've been listening to you on the radio for the longest, man. And just for the simple fact, man, you got that longevity, bro. Like, for real, I think it should be applauded. Real shit, man.
You,
no problem.
Thank you, man.
No problem.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That means a lot. That means a lot, man. Thank you very much.
Proud of you, man. Proud of you, bro.
Man, hey, Rick, that means a lot coming from you, big dog, man. I appreciate you, big.
For sure, man.
Only thing I'm missing is that voice. Shit. If I had the voice, I'd really be straight.
Hey, if I can do it, anybody can do it. You know what I'm saying? This is a put on. You know what I'm saying? This is a put on. Yeah.
Hey, man, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks again.
All right, brother.
You're cool, bro.
My man. Hey, one thing I will say about Tone, man, every time I call him or text him or whatever, because I still do use text with my old ass. I still use it. But whenever I communicate with him, Tone is like, he's always like, okay, yeah, I'll rock with you. No problem. So Tone never acts, he never acts all high and mighty and shit. And like he's on the pedestal and you can't fuck with him. Tone always always comes through in the clutch if we
Yeah.
need. He's a good dude, man.
And he's
Real
still
good
amongst the
dude.
people too. You know what I'm saying? He's still with the people. So it's like
Yeah.
he stay connected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta do that. You gotta do that. And that's when I was talking to, who was that I was talking to on IG?
That was me.
That was you, right? So
Yeah.
when I
that
was talking
me.
to you, I was like, because I didn't know when we were supposed to be doing this. I was like, all right, what kind of damn connection is this? Like he got me coming at 1 o'clock in the morning. Cause I'm a prompt dude. Like if I say I'm a be somewhere, I'm a be somewhere. But you were very persistent and professional on the other end. And I said, I can rock with somebody like that, So when you said when you said I get my life together, I said, all right, he one of them kind of dudes. They're like, he got to get it, he got to get it straight.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I try to stay organized a little bit, and that's one of the reasons I got Tanya, because I know she's real. Usually, she's real organized, and
Yeah, Tanya, we go way back.
Yeah, she told me.
Yeah.
She told me. Yep. But hey, so switching up speeds a little bit, Rick. I was committed to Rick 3 to 6.
Right.
I was committed.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, before I went to school, man. So what was it like when you were working at WGC W? You were like
WGCI. 107.5 WGCI.
That voice, man, that shit killer.
Yeah.
That shit
you
is
were
killer.
like that's the second radio personality who actually enunciated and said the actual W.
The W, yes.
Because
107.5 WGCI. I always tell people that I say,
man,
listen,
how you say it, man. It just do something to me.
I would teach people. I
Take
say,
me
listen.
back,
I said you can't say W. I said it's a W. So let's practice in it. So I would say W W W W W W W W. So then I got some people in radio and they always do that. I always do that W. If it's WMGC, WHUR, W. But in addition to radio, I also am the voice of stations. So you may hear me saying, like in DC, for example, I'm the voice of 96.3 WHUR. Sounds like Washington. Now here's another 10 songs in a row, whatever the damn thing is, So I do that as well.
multi-million-dollar voice.
Hey,
man, I swear to God.
That shit is crazy. Like, it just got to sound like real professional if you cussing the motherfucker out. Like, I'm about to whoop your motherfucking ass. Like,
it probably do, but however I say it, I'm serious. Then the funny thing about it is like, I can do that, but they'll be like, he ain't gonna. But I'm still from Inglewood. You know what I'm saying? I'm still from Inglewood, Cabrini, K-Town. None of that ain't never left. You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to send this bitch up.
Exactly, right?
So Rick,
my daughter teased me sometimes. You gonna say, I'm sorry, sir. What you gonna say, man?
No, I'm just like, when it comes to, once you were locked in on your purpose,
right?
Maybe somebody that's listening can get something from this, because I'm definitely taking all the jewels that you're giving out, because we all works in progress. But once you was locked in on your purpose and you had certain situations or things that would come up that would try to derail that, what would you use to stay on that path to make sure that you got to the end goal?
I just always thought about the people who poured into me, man. Earl Boston, he was a program DJ, radio personality at BMX. I always thought about the people who helped me along the way, the people who poured into me. So I said, no matter how huge I get in people's eyes, I'm still me. My job is to always pour into people. My job is to always serve people. I call myself a servant, and people don't understand that. I said that's how I was raised. That's really my family. And I saw my mother doing it when my mother and father got divorced. I saw when my mother was a teacher in the summer times when she didn't work, she was getting food stamps. And I remember, back in the day when they have generic food, right? And everything said green beans, corn, and black and white, government cheese. Yeah. Yeah. We had all of that. And I remember we was going to church one day and my mother would always give 10%. She would always tithe, right? And I was growing up and dad went in the house. And I said to my mother, I said something like, we don't have no money in the house because you always tithing 10% to church. and in my mind, right, it seemed like her hand went all the way over here in slow motion. Slapped the shit out of me, man. I never forgot it, but my mother always helped people. She always tied. That was her thing. Yeah. But more than anything, I learned that when you serve people, it always comes back to you, man. I didn't believe that at first, but I remember there were times when I was at my absolute lowest, but I never stopped helping people. Mm-hmm. And I'm not a religious person at all, right? I'm a spiritual person, if anything. Yeah. But somehow, every time I thought I was out and that was it, and I ain't trying to get religious, but God always like brought me back up quickly, never let me sit down there. And I was like, okay, it's not about me. What he's doing to me is saying that I'm using you. Mm-hmm. I'm using you. You are a servant, and I want you to continue doing what you're doing. And I found joy in that. And I still had opportunity after working at GCI. I went on to become a morning man in New York City. Like, again, when I say the morning man in New York City, this is when Wendy Williams was doing the afternoon show at that same station at WBLS. I had the Rick Party morning show in New York City. Wow. And now keep in mind, this is not Rick Party. This is the dude who got kicked out of school, from Inglewood. That's who I am. I'm always going to be that, right?
In your mind, right?
In my mind, I'm always like, I lived with imposter syndrome, thinking that I don't belong. Mm. But things kept happening to me over and over and over again, like good things, man. Like I was the voice for BET for like the main voice. Like if you turn in tonight on BET, a special series. Like but people didn't know.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, man. For years. I was doing this for years. Top Rank Boxing. Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather. The biggest fight. I was the voice of that was me. I was the voice of Top Rank, the voice of BET, and now I'm the voice of SportsCenter on ESPN. Now on SportsCenter. Tonight, LeBron James. And whatever. And that's me. Yes.
Oh man.
That's the dude from Inglewood. That's the dude from Chi-Town, man. You know what I'm saying? So I said that why is this happening to me? Like why is this happening to me? Right?
Nobody better.
And it's like God, he's using me to share with other people. Like I am no different from anybody else. If I can do it, this voice is a manufactured voice, right? I made this voice. Now, in the morning when I talk, I got to warm up to get here. I don't even know what I sound like in the morning, but I'm a mumbler. Like I don't talk that clear, and people don't really hear me, because it's hard for me to just really get into it. But I gotta warm up to this. Okay. Yeah, because normally, like even when I do my voiceover session with ESPN, they call me every day between 3 and 5 Eastern, and my voice is normally like, "I what's up, man? You ready? Here we go. All right." I said, how do you pronounce his name? Adrian Wojnarowski. All right, here we go. You ready? All right, here we go. Tonight, Adrian Wojnarowski on ESPN. So I spit it all out, man. So,
wow, totally transformed.
Man blown, like whatever that little emoji is.
You know what you just sound like? That was almost like Takesha from 69 working at HR downtown and talking to one of her girlfriends like, girl, listen. Ravens is going to be lit tonight. Hold on, girl, listen. Oh, how you doing? This is so-and-so. It's a switch. It's a switch.
You went from that straight black folks draw.
That's amazing.
Now on ESPN.
Exactly. And the thing about it is
you straighten your body up to say
that. Yeah. Diaphragm, all of that. Diaphragm got to be on point. Like
I always wanted to know, like what's different from them than us, than the way we speak. Like we have our own dialect. Like a station, I voice a station also in Charlotte. So if I voice a station in station in Vegas I voice is called Hot 975. So it's the delivery is a Hot 975 KVEG Mesquite, Las Vegas. Then for Charlotte is 105.3 R&B Jams, the best variety of old school and today's R&B. So they're totally different reads. So you have to learn. You have to learn how to.
This is amazing.
It's just a craft, right? It's just a craft. And I just know how to switch. And they call what we do voice acting, right?
Right.
Voiceovers. We voice act because that voice that you hear on ESPN is not who I am. That ain't my voice. I'm putting it on. Just like if you watching a movie and they go rated PG-13 in theaters Friday. You know, it's just a thing that they put on. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's just a thing that they put on, man.
It's amazing right now.
Yeah,
it's amazing, man.
Yeah,
you're using it like an accent almost. You're like Chicago's own Southside Idris Elba right now. Like,
yeah.
You just saying shit like we like, man, this Rick Party.
Right.
We from Inglewood. This for our people.
And that's what I always say to myself when I hear myself. I'm like, man, y'all don't understand like how proud I am of myself, how proud I am of that dude, man, because like all of this can be taken away just like that. And for whatever reason, even today, there are times when I doubt myself, but I always have to remind myself today that they keep inviting me back to the table. They keep inviting me to read. Like this is ESPN. I'm a black dude, right?
Right.
Man,
you know, I'm a black dude, so I had to figure out how, like, what's different from them than us. Like, okay, they pronounce their T's like in Chicago. We may say tonight, you know, like we may say South Side, but on TV they'll say South Side tonight on the South Side. It's just the way you say words, and you put it all together, and then it sounds official, right?
Right.
I said, okay, I see what they do. So so I want to go tonight on ESPN. LeBron James. Now, normally I would say LeBron James. I'm a LeBron James kind of person.
Right.
So there's sometimes it still comes out, right? And they go, Rick, that was a perfect read. Can you just read that other line again? And I said, well, what was wrong with that? Well, you said LeBron James. And I said, yeah, LeBron James. Well, it's more like LeBron. Okay, gotcha. Okay. LeBron James. Right. You know, so
difference?
One is LeBron with a U, and one is like a AH sound, like LeBron.
Oh, okay.
Like bunny, like a bunny rabbit, and a person's name Bunny with an O.
Oh, okay.
So it's Bonnie. I was calling this girl that I work with. I call her Bunny for a long time, and this is when I really learned, because she said, "No, my name is not Bunny, it's Bonnie." I'm like, Bunny. I'm like, what's the difference? Bonnie, right. So, yeah. See, we say stuff, and we say stuff, but we don't hear what we say, but they hear it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna learn that thing, and I'm gonna see if that's gonna make a difference, and it made a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. Doing
So
what they do.
I always struggle with water. The word
water.
I still do.
Water.
I still struggle with that shit. Water. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Water.
Just about 2 years ago, my mom passed 2 years ago, but this is not about that. About 2.5 years ago, my mother, although I've been on the radio, did voiceover, all of that, it ain't mean nothing to my mother. She was proud of me. You know, I'm proud now. You know, she was always an educator, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say this is a test to y'all, right? So I'm gonna spell something. I want everybody to pronounce it, right?
Uh-oh.
All right. DAUGHTER.
Daughter.
All right.
Daughter.
He was gonna say it, daughter.
Yeah. And what you huh?
I said
daughter.
And what?
Daughter.
What you say, Bubba?
Daughter.
See,
daughter.
I said the way he said. I say daughter. I used to say daughter, right?
I mean, that's how I pronounce it. But if we gotta say it like the words, like if we gotta pronounce it,
daughter.
But if I'm talking to my daughter,
right. So imagine me being on radio, voiceover, all of that. I was sitting on the couch with my mother about 2.5 years ago, and she said, "Pronounce DAUGHTER." I said, "Daughter," and she said, "No, it's daughter." I'm like, "Daughter." What? I was like, I guess you're right then, huh? And she says, Oprah does it every day. Oprah does it all the time. And I never really realized that. Like we have our own dialect. We have the way we speak. Like Chicago, like if somebody from Chicago, where you from, man?
Yeah.
Because it's words that they say. It's words that they say.
Yeah.
Like if somebody said, I'm from the South Side. I'm like, we elongate. We be like South Side, West Side, North Side. Yeah. We stretch it out.
Then but here's the kicker. Immediately after anybody says they're from the South Side, if you're from the South Side, you say where at?
Where at? Yeah.
You're from 145th in Maryland. You like, bro, you live in Riverdale. You from Dalton. You
right.
You come from Chicago, bro.
Right. Slow down, Joe. Slow down.
And see, at least my son said Joe. You want to be Joe? Bro,
you know that. Yeah.
Really from Chicago.
So you said Dalton, right?
Dalton.
Okay.
So the thing is, I tell some people in my job, like, I live in Dalton. They be like, Dalton. Dalton. I'm like, Dalton. You know what I'm saying? Like, they say like DOLL. Doll.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, wow. I say Dalton. I would say Dalton.
That's it, Dalton.
But of course, if I'm reading, I'm like, tonight in Dalton. You know, I'm saying like that. I'm like Dalton. Yeah, I'm saying
Dalton. That sounds so official, though.
I know, man. It sounds crazy. Yeah.
It sounds so
super official.
Yeah.
It ain't official unless Rick Party said it.
All right, Rick, now clear this up, Rick, because you from Chicago, so you're the only one that can put a stamp on this shit. I've been saying it right for years, and people been telling me I've been saying it wrong. Matson, Illinois, or Matteson, Illinois?
Matson.
There we go.
Matson.
The E is silent, goddamn.
Yeah, then people talking about Matteson. Bro, that's not it. It's not that long. It's just Matson.
Matson, that's it. Yeah.
That's all. It's okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Rick, has there ever been anybody that came through the studio and you just knew that they was gonna blow up? Just some meeting them that first time.
Yeah.
Pitbull, man. Pitbull.
Oh wow.
Word.
I met like a lot of like the Brat and Common. I met them like before they started, but it wasn't too many in my era from Chicago. But when I left Chicago and worked in Miami, Pitbull was just a little grimy little Latino kid with long t-shirts on, and shorts. He was a street dude, man. And
look at him now.
Pitt, we could Pitt would always come to the station and say, let me do a drop for your station, like a little theme song. And we give him, what to say. He'll come back the next day with a whole dope ass song, and he would just do this for people. And he was just that dude that you could, like, you knew he was gonna be something.
Yeah.
And he just blew the hell up. Another one was Ludacris when I worked in Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
Ludacris was a radio personality on Hot 975, and he was like a kid when I was doing afternoons there. And he was he used to do the weekend show on another station. I remember he came up to me and he said, "Hey man, my name is Chris Lover. That was his name on the radio."
Right. Yeah.
My name is Chris Lover. I do a show with Poon Daddy. And I said, "I know who you are. I listen to your show, man." He said, "Man, I just want to say I listen to you, man, and I aspire to be like you one day." I was like, "All right, cool, man. Keep doing your thing. I love what you're doing." So when I left Chicago, when I left Atlanta to come back to Chicago with the Commit to Rick 3 to 6 afternoon show, I stayed in touch with him, and he would always send me his demos and stuff. And then I think he did a few bars on Timbaland and Magoo, something Tick Boom or something. I don't know, something, one of them records. Yeah. And then he got signed with Def Jam South. But I knew when he used to do his freestyle raps on his show that I knew that kid was gonna be something.
Right.
And after that, when he got a deal with Def Jam South, and he sent me What's Your Fantasy?
Ooh.
Right. He sent me a box of them, and I was trying to tell the program director, like, "Yo, we need to play this. This is gonna blow." And he's like, "All right, we'll check it out. So I took it to the club DJs. I said, "Yo, y'all spin this right here, man. This kid named Ludacris. He about to blow up Def Jam South. The clubs was playing it. And then the radio stations found out that the clubs was playing it and people were calling up for it.
Yeah.
And in Chicago, he blew. So in Chicago, see, radio works like this. If the three markets, New York, LA, and Chicago play hits, all the other radio stations gonna play.
They're gonna follow. Yep.
They're gonna follow. Yep. Yeah. So when we played What's Your Fantasy, boom, that was it.
Wow.
That was it. Yeah.
Wow.
And that's how it happens for a lot of artists, man. I mean, they had like these radio trade magazines where people listen to see they watch to see what radio stations are playing what songs, and then that's how they would play songs rather than finding out what the people want to hear.
Right.
You know,
it's the machine.
Yeah, I told the program director in the day that we need to be playing It's Time for the Percolator, right?
Whoa!
Because KKC was playing it all day.
Come on,
that's
man.
what we was listening to. KKC when driving through the streets. You know,
right.
They were playing it there. So I'm like, y'all need to play this.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
you want to get musty.
Yeah.
Go get you musty in rush hour traffic.
Right. I'm trying to get the musty chicks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, Rick. Yeah. Why? Well, and I'm sure you can answer this. Why do we hear the same? Why do we hear like the same 10 songs when we listen to the radio station? They just the same 10 songs in rotation all day.
Because the truth of the matter is that most people don't sit and listen to the radio station all day.
Yeah.
People got choices, right? So they figure like people will listen. How long you think people will listen to the radio today?
20 minutes.
If that.
20 minutes. Right. So they gonna hear
that.
So they're gonna hear in about 20 minutes. You got about what? Four songs, maybe 5 songs, maybe even 3 songs, because you got commercials too, right?
I'm skipping channels, yeah.
So while you jumping, and you may come back to GCI, whatever station you listen to 2 hours later, they didn't play the song then. It's in a rotation. Was gonna come back around when you're gonna listen again. Right. So they figured that honestly they have a new audience. They got a new audience. That's why like sometimes like if you watch television or you watch news, and those are the most important songs. That's why they take those 10 songs. Because they know that the audience is going to rotate. But even like news, hold on, what's up, baby? Well, what's up? Okay. It's my daughter's right here. Say hi. We can.
Hey,
my daughter's
hi. Hey, little party.
She's like,
little party.
She's like,
little party. Little party.
Little party.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
That's the pre-teen, right?
Yeah.
You know what would have been creepy? If you'd have let her start talking and she'd have sounded exactly like you.
I know, right? Yeah. Yeah.
So let me ask her a question real quick, man. Sir, out of all the music going on right now, what would you feel comfortable with having in your club and having an audience in your club right now? What genre of music would you go with, and what would be the reason?
Well, me personally, I'm a singer, so I'm an R&B dude personally.
You a singer?
Yeah, I sing.
Okay.
Oh.
Does that explain the karaoke? Does that explain the #1 karaoke spot?
Possibly, but me, I tried to retire from it, but they always randomly put a song on and call me to the booth. I'm like, I'm working. How y'all?
Right.
I can't stop doing what I'm doing to sing, like, but I do it because I love to sing. You get what I'm saying? But that's just me personally. Now, if I could just say this, because maybe I'm just venting, but the one song I hate to hear, and y'all probably can guess it, is me being in like a club environment, is that one goddamn song where they doing this the whole goddamn time.
Oh man!
Because they want to stand on furniture,
knock your rims off.
Yeah, oh my god,
knock your head off.
Yeah, knock your head off. They want to stand on tables. They want to try to stand on it. Yeah.
I already know that shit. I'm totally lost. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I think it's called beatbox.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
And I think it's by the GED brothers. Well, it sounds like they only got their GED. My fault. My bad. Like, hey, off.
We can't hear you, Rick.
Hey, off.
Oh yeah, I think his name's Spot 'em Got 'em, a rapper from Jacksonville.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Spot 'em got him. Yeah.
I don't know what the hell he's saying though, but I like that shit.
all I know is Kobe 24.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's all I know.
Right. Had to take a doobie.
Yeah.
I'm never that beat drop. I'm looking around the restaurant like, hey, I know somebody finna try to do this shit.
So everybody doing it in the club.
I've never even heard that.
Oh my god!
I bet you have. You heard
You'll find 60-year-old people doing their dance like.
Are you serious? Wow.
I've never heard that, Rick. I have no idea what you are.
I bet you heard it. I bet you heard it.
Yeah.
And that's what everybody.
If I did, it was in Tilly's.
Probably.
Yeah.
Everybody playing that. Nah,
Yeah, I can't stand it.
So Rick, do you get a lot of people saying, "Man, come on, make that voice, Rick."
I know he got to.
No. You know what? It actually don't happen because a lot of people don't know it's me.
That's it.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know it's me. Like I get a lot of people who hear me for the first time on ESPN, and they may have known that I do the voice for other things, and they say, "Man, I just heard you on ESPN." Like somebody said, like a couple last month. I heard you on ESPN. Congratulations. Thanks, man. Like, how long you been doing it? I've been for 3 years now, man. Like, for real? Yeah. Because they don't know it's me. Because, I mean, the read just goes it'll go from the hardcore to, like, I may be doing, like, the hockey, like, the Stanley Cup. They fight for their right. They, do this whole little drama read, and they don't know it's me because that's not the way I.
That's so dope. That's so dope.
That's dope.
I get me charged up.
Yeah.
I swear.
I don't know shit about hockey, but I
swear, dude, man.
Yeah.
That's Chicago's own right there.
Yeah.
Have you done video like video games? Voiceover?
No, unfortunately, I have not done video games. I got a bunch of friends in this business, man. They do everything from video games to even the voice that say push one. Call, it's called telephony when they do I got a lot of people who do those voices. So in voiceover, they have different categories in voiceover that people are that you mainly study. Like my strengths are commercial, where you may let's see, pizza has a large pizza for only $9.99. Get it. I may do that voice, right? That's just a commercial when you're selling something. Exactly. But when you're promoting something, that's BET, that's CNN, that's tonight on ABC. That's ABC. That's when you're promoting a show. Yeah. And then the movie trailers and the
I'm gonna ask you about movie trailers. You done some movie trailers?
Yeah, I've done some. Yeah. Okay. Some, but I don't do a lot of that. I do mostly TV promos. Okay. But the movie trailers, that's and it's all a tight knit group of people that do it. You know what I'm saying? Like mostly the cats in LA. Like you said, it's like what you said about earlier, it's about relationships.
Yeah.
Right.
Like these are people you may meet at a bar, and he may be, you know what I'm saying? He may be the person running one of these big movie houses.
Mm-hmm.
You should do GPS. That should be dope as hell.
Yeah.
Like, man, Rick Party got us here. Like,
hey, y'all heard the new Black Siri yet?
No.
They got a Black Siri, man.
Wow.
Are you serious?
Hold on. Let me see if it works.
Shit.
Hell no.
Hold on. Hey Siri.
And you need to make a right.
Did y'all hear him?
No, not here. Hold on, T-Nick. Hold
on. Hey Siri, what time is it?
It's 10:20 p.m.
What?
That's the Black Siri, man.
That's a dude.
Yeah.
She said, "Nigga."
Right.
Well, you know what time it is.
Yeah. That's they got it's tripped out, man, because he'd be like, all right, Rick, you got a call from so and so. Rick, it's 10 o'clock. Like he sound like a black dude, it's tripped out. It's the Black Siri, man. It's cool. Yeah.
You be like,
Sirius.
cool,
Sirius with Sirius.
Yeah. But you can choose your own voice though. That's the one I got on my phone. So
hey Siri, what time is it? nigga, it's time for you to get a fucking watch.
Right.
Like Siri, call Time Fiesta. You know they
Right.
stop delivering, nigga.
I'm sorry,
Right.
Siri. I'm sorry.
Italian
know
Fiesta
that-
still open?
My Siri's been
Hell
out.
yeah.
For real?
Hell yeah. And you
That
know
was
what,
the best
Rick?
pizza, man. That thin, greasy
Thank
ass good
you,
pizza,
man.
bro.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hey man,
Right
I
on
just
Wall Street,
about-
right in Dalton.
Thin,
That's
greasy,
it.
and good. Yeah.
Man, somebody was hating on Time Fiesta, man. I had to
No.
get on them. I had to get
Dude.
on them.
No.
That was me.
Oh, that was you?
I don't
Me and Terrence
like
the only
I don't
two that
like
know the
that
real
greasy
truth
ass.
about greasy
Yeah,
ass.
man.
I used to work at
Man.
on 79th and Halsted, right?
That's the one I still. Yeah, that's where I still order from. Because
Right.
we.
You know
That's
what we used to eat at Rick? Guess what we used to eat at Old Chicago across the street?
Oh wow.
He bogus, man. He
All
bogus.
the employees at the Time Fiesta would eat at Old Chicago.
I love Time Fiesta.
Man, I ain't had it in probably a decade, but that shit was fire.
Man, look,
Yeah.
I love
But the
Time
one
Fiesta.
in Dalton was the best, and that's what he was saying.
It still is. It still
My
is.
food was saying Dalton location.
I know the
Has a
delivery
better-
driver personally. He come here every time I order, be the same one.
Like, what's up, friend? He gonna do something for you, you know.
Right.
Like, all right, Joe, give me a tip
Hey,
this time, my nigga.
So Rick, before we let you go,
Mhm.
we usually play a game called How Chicago Are You? It
Oh,
used to be
shit.
called How Chicago Is You, but
Uh-huh.
you know, since you Rick Party and everything, you've influenced me to speak to articulate.
No, man, do you, man? Do your
speak
thing, man.
correct. Okay,
No.
let's call How Chicago Is You.
All right, now,
So,
now here's the only caveat to that. Now,
oh my,
Sounded
Now-
like Harry Lennox and shit.
right?
damn!
Now,
I
I mo-
almost
I-
want to say what the fuck is caveat
I know.
mean.
Now I moved away from Chicago in 2004.
That's okay.
Oh yeah.
All right, so it all depends on what you got. It got to be can't be no new. Those are anything after that is new to me.
Okay,
I said, come on.
It ain't gonna be no new stuff.
All right.
You can't get no more Chicago than Cabrini, Inglewood, and K-Town.
Yeah.
You get
It don't get. It don't really get no more Chicago than that.
What else is
Right.
left besides the East Side? One.
Right.
Over East.
Yeah.
Over
You ain't
East.
been on. You ain't stayed on Essex, have you? Because I mean, if that's the case, then you just didn't hit all four corners.
No.
Yeah, you know,
My East Side living was over there with the uppity Negroes. After that, when I became an adult, so
He ain't had to get chased
Yeah.
out of Jeffrey Manor.
So,
right.
how this game goes? Me, Bubba, Monsoon, and Sir gonna ask you one question each.
Okay.
And it's oriented in Chicago.
All
For example, what are the three names that the White Sox Park had since 1980?
Probably
Comiskey.
don't know that.
Why wouldn't he?
he should
One is
have.
after he left.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
true.
just know Comiskey was the first. Well, it was the first one, right?
Yeah,
Comiskey, U.S. Cellular.
See, all of that I don't know. Like
Guaranteed-
I came back and I was like,
fail.
Okay, all right.
I came back and I was like, what the hell is USU? What the hell
That-
is
that
that?
ain't-
Rate field or some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Guaranteed fail.
Guaranteed rate fail.
Guaranteed
U.S.
rate.
Cellular field.
Nah.
So that ain't a good example.
It's actually a good question. If you ask me what's the name of White Sox Park, and if I say Comiskey, that means I
That's
know
it.
Chicago.
That's it.
I know
Right.
it's Comiskey. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you
Right.
from here.
Yeah.
So each of us gonna come up with one Chicago question for you.
Okay.
And you got 5 seconds to answer
All
it.
right, so
Okay.
since he left in 2000.
After 5 seconds,
Damn.
Oh, the infamous horn.
Okay.
Damn,
So,
son. Where you find
we
that
go-
one at?
we gonna start out. We gonna let Sir kick it off.
All right,
Man, I'm a. He from the South Side, so now I gotta. I can't.
Ooh, so many from the South Side though.
Man, where's CVS?
Where is CVS?
Ooh.
High school.
76 in State, right? Wait, you talking about right off the Dan Ryan?
Son.
That's no CVS
Damn,
high
son,
school.
where you get that from?
Oh, the school.
Damn,
I thought it was
son.
on CVS on 95th and no 90. Hey, look, it's over east though. It's over east. I know that by
That's
that.
true. That is
It's
true.
over
That is
east.
true.
And it seemed like what's that? What about what is it called? The Chicago what's that damn thing over east?
Interchange.
The Skyway or whatever.
Yeah.
It's over there. It's over there.
There you go.
It's east. See, I live west though, but I know where it is though. I can find it.
He said it's over there.
Yeah.
It's over there.
It's east.
It's over by the Skyway.
Yeah, it's by the Skyway. Yeah.
You know he knows.
Fuck it, let's give it to him. Let's give it to him.
Yeah, we got it.
Hey, Chicago Vocational High School. How about that? Chicago Vocational
there you
School.
go.
That's what it stands for. All right.
You get a pass to the big party.
Yeah.
I forgot to say this part. If you don't get 2 out of 4 right, you're not from Chicago.
Hey, I got Comiskey in Chicago Vocational High School. I know where it is. It's east. It's south and it's east. I know that.
Oh, you got it. You got it. It's over there. So you got it. Monsoon, it's on you.
On me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it easy, man, because like I said, you a legend and you deserve it to be easy. You know what I'm saying? Going to Evergreen Plaza, what spot did you make sure you went to get? No, which spot that you hit up in Evergreen Plaza? And I'm gonna give you a hint. It starts with an O. When you went to
Evergreen Plaza?
At Evergreen Plaza.
Shit.
If you wanted to grab something to eat at Evergreen Plaza, which spot did you make sure you hit up? It starts with an O.
Shit, I stopped going to Evergreen Plaza. Shit, when I was like, what's the next letter?
Right, that's gonna be a
All right,
tough
I don't know that.
I'm gonna help y'all out. And the first word starts with an O. The second word starts with a J. Now I know you got it now.
Shit, I don't even know.
Orange juice.
God damn.
No.
Yeah, but that's hard as hell, man.
Orange
hard.
Julius, man.
Orange
Julius. What year was that?
That was like shit. I was young as hell. It had to be like 80. They probably closed that motherfucker like in 2000.
Oh,
or probably the 90s.
Nobody ever went to Orange Julius, man.
Man, come on with something else, man.
Nobody ever go there, man.
I was gonna say the cookie spot, man.
I walk past that spot every time. Nobody went to Orange Julius.
Man, you get what it is, man.
Hey, man. I did that on purpose.
Hey, I'm gonna ask y'all a question too. I'm gonna ask y'all a question.
All right, I got
if
one.
Y'all know these streets.
You,
all right,
I got one for you. So out of all the heroes, which one of your favorite heroes on the South Side?
That's pretty damn.
The one on 87.
I knew he was gonna say
and
that.
Halsted.
Right
there we go. There we go.
Yeah.
Halsted. Oh, you talking about Carpenter? Right under the viaduct.
Yeah.
Under the viaduct. There you go. That's one of the best ones on the South Side, bro.
And then the other one I went to was on like 73rd and Halsted, something like that.
No, Racine.
No, Halsted, because my mother lived on 76 in Peoria. So on Halsted, like 72nd, 73rd.
Okay.
It was another. It was a little,
yeah, that wasn't Harold's. That wasn't Harold's. That was something else because they still.
That was Harold's. That was Harold's.
I think they still open there. It's on the same side as the gas station, right?
No, this was Harold's. I was there like 2 years ago. 2-3 years ago.
Harold's over there. It's Harold's over there.
Yeah.
And it's on the side.
Probably closed down now, though. Yeah.
It's on the west side of the street. Yeah.
Harold's closing down. You know Harold's closing down.
Yeah.
All right, so I got one. Name me the late night shrimp spot on the South Side.
On the South Side?
Trip.
It's only 2.
Shrimp.
Oh, shrimp.
Oh, damn.
I thought he said strip too.
I
was like, damn, son.
Damn, I don't know that one on the South Side.
I know. I can think of 2. Only thing is one way. What talking about Lawrence Fisheries?
Yeah, Lawrence is on like Division.
Lawrence.
That's Division, and
that's on like service.
You talking about Goose Island?
Goose Island, Goose Island.
That's on Division.
That's on Lawrence Fishery on Archer.
And I was thinking about the other spot on 95th though.
95th over there.
Goose Island had the best shrimp. Lawrence had that. It didn't really have no flavor in it. And
What?
Goose Island had them. No, Goose Island had them big ones, bro.
They had the prawns though. So you talking about the prawn joint?
It was real bready though. Those
I
are
ain't like
Goose
real
Island.
bread. I don't like
they tasty though.
I'm hungry.
They tasty. Real bready.
Yeah, Lawrence was hard though.
I couldn't afford them big ass like drumsticks.
Lawrence
You
is
was
hard.
drumstick shrimp.
I was getting that club money. I was coming from the club, so they you know.
You was paying with all
money
singles
right away.
Shit taking forever. Like, let me get rid of these singles, son. Hold on.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
All
right, Rick, go ahead with your question.
Hey, mine ain't even hard. What two streets divide the east from the west? What street divide the east from the west?
State.
Yeah.
What street divide the north from the south?
Lake Street.
Madison.
Come on, man.
I
got that one right. I got that one right. Y'all niggas was behind me.
All the pimps used to say from State and Lake. You know what I mean? So that's what I said.
Now everybody should know this simple question right here. What park used to be on 95th and Stony Island Avenue?
What park?
Oh, damn. Amusement park, y'all.
Riverview.
I got Funtown.
Riverview.
Funtown. There you go, man.
Right. I say Riverview. Right.
Funtown.
What the fuck is Riverview?
Funtown. That was amusement park, man.
Yeah, I think that was like 60 something over west.
Oh yeah, I know.
No, Funtown was on. Oh, okay.
But I'm saying, what the fuck is Riverview?
Riverview was the first, bro. Riverview was the first shit where they had like real rides with like fake parachute umbrellas where you could like get in them and they would take you up and let you go. And
you mean the spot that Idris Elba used to own?
It was the first. It was the first amusement park. That's what I thought he was talking about in Chicago. And the first amusement park was on 95th and Stony. And
that was on Chicago on the west side. What you talking about?
What?
The first amusement park in Chicago.
Not the big one. The big shit was over there on 95th Street, bro. And then they revamped it to Funtown. Then they closed the shit.
Then they tried to reopen it about 10, 15 years ago.
Right.
Okay,
I never went, but that's a whole nother story. But go ahead, though.
But hey, man, shout out to Kitty Land, Riverview, and Funtown.
I don't know why you keep saying Riverview, but go ahead. It's like we never heard of it.
Speaking of shout outs, man, we got to shout out Rick for even coming on this podcast and kicking it with us, man. Because we all some silly motherfuckers, but he took the time to kick it with us, man. So shout out to you, Rick.
What kind of people, man?
Appreciate your time, man. But we know you got a family in the house. Your daughter just came down, man. So we ain't gonna keep you on here. But yeah, appreciate you.
Much success to you in the future, man. Keep on doing what you're doing, bro.
Man. Keep on
being
being
brother, man. I appreciate it, man. I'm gonna check and make sure I check y'all out too, man. You got to tell me, like, cause I know y'all do different podcasts and stuff.
Well, ours is the shits, man. It's the shits podcast.
Man, tell them what that means first.
Okay, yeah. Basically, so what it means is some hip individuals thinking then speaking. So it's a shits. Okay. Yeah. So you can find us on we on Instagram. We got a website, hold on, because you just told me how to say it. www. theshitspodcast.com. See, I learned some shit, man. I learned
right.
There we go.
I learned some shits too.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey, pleasure, man. I had a blast, man.
Thank you, man. We got a blast,
man. One love, bro.
All right, thank you, brother. Y'all take care.
You're an inspiration. All bullshit aside, bro. You're an inspiration.
Hey, y'all too, man. Y'all straight up, man. Keep doing what y'all doing, man. We need these young people, man, off these streets, man, and doing some positive stuff for real, man. Everything we do counts, man. I appreciate y'all for real.
And if they hear about your story, that'll also help. If they hear about your story, that'll also help. If they hear about Tara's story, that'll also help. All we got to do is reconnect with them.
That's it.
If we got to dumb down a little bit, it's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We got to reach them. We got to reach them.
We got to reach them. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Bro. Yeah.
That's it,
all right,
man.
Brothers, y'all keep it up, man.
Appreciate it, Rick.
All right, brother.
Appreciate you,
Take
Rick.
care, man.
Peace, brother. All right, take care. All right, peace.
Yep.
Love, sir.
I love, brother. All right, peace.
Good show, man.
That was awesome.
Good
Rick Party is, man. He done. I'm gonna look at Sports Center a whole different way.
I swear I am.
I'll be like, that's Rick. That is Rick Party.
I know that voice.
Man,
I'm gonna say my
Chicago radio legend right there.
I'm gonna say my W's differently now. I'm gonna sit up when I speak.
Yeah, there you go.
Man, and then Tone Kapone, man, that's just the coolest dude, man, in Chicago. I swear to God.
Cool as shit, man. And he a Hennessy ambassador.
Yeah,
dude. He dropped that shit in. Like, come on, dude. Man. Some of the hardest rappers, rest in peace, DMX, didn't drink shit but Hennessy.
Really?
That's all DMX used to drink was Hennessy, bro. Look at him on Drink Champs when they was like, "What you drinking?" Woo woo, Henno.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, that's all he ever touched was Hennessy, and you know, man, that's like, man, that's really big, man, for that old established cognac company. You know what I mean? Tone endorse him, man.
Yeah, exactly. So Tone is like worldwide, man.
Tone a big motherfucker, man. Yeah. I'm gonna say it like that, and there ain't no sugarcoating that. That's all love. Tone is a big dude, bro.
He is super humble though.
Very humble.
He don't wear that.
I don't even like using that word. You know what Tone is? Down to earth, bro.
Yeah.
Super down to earth.
Down to earth.
Super down to earth.
You know, humble is a word that can be taken the wrong way. You know what I mean? And it's not a bad thing, and I don't like to say it as a good thing. I just like saying you down to earth. That means you never lost contact from where you started from. You never forgot the people who you started with. You never treat nobody bigger or smaller than, you know what I mean? Like, you just treat people fairly. And that's all life is about. Treat people fairly, man. They gonna reciprocate that love back. You know, respect is earned and respect is given when it's earned. You know what I mean? So Tone doing a great job, man, and man, nothing but blessings to both of them brothers, man. Because they come from a hard background. That's a hard background, like Tone said, man. He saw a lot of greats before him make that transition from Power 92 to 107.5 and get the axe.
Right, exactly.
And he probably felt they was better than him.
Right.
Think about that. Think about it in his mind. He was like, man, he was better than me. He taught me. And if they fire him, oh man, you know what I mean? So
right,
yeah, that longevity means something, bro. Like real shit.
Yeah.
Hey, but I gotta sign off, man. I'm old ass man. I gotta be at work early in the morning, bro.
Hey, you want to give some shout outs real quick before you sign off?
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Chicago Clubhouse Sports Podcast, man. Shout out to Tilly's, man. Shout out to Chicago. Shout out to anybody that's listening, man. Like, yo. You know, I don't say much, but I'm gonna say this much: party bus, goddammit, yo.
We mask up. We mask up.
Hey, I gotta talk to you, T nigga, about how we want to work that out for one. You know what I'm saying?
Hit us up, man. Hit us up.
May 28th, man. That's my B-Day, man. So we gotta get together, man. We gonna get it together, and man, listen, it's gonna be epic, man.
It's the Shit's Podcast. www.theshitpodcast.com. Real shit. We on Instagram, we on Facebook, all that shit, man. Yo, thank you for having us on, bro. Real shit, man. We're gonna chop it up. I know we're gonna talk tomorrow, man. But yeah, this is love, bro.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Dope shit,
hey,
man.
Bubba, you got any real quick you want to say?
Nothing much, man. Just just continue to try to show love and break that mold and that lack of communication between the youth. However you choose to do it, start with your household, start with your family, start with whoever that you know and come in contact with, and it only starts with a simple hello. How you doing? You know what I mean? That's all I'm asking you to say is ask somebody tomorrow, how you doing? Hello.
True.
That's real.
That's it, man.
That's real shit right there, man. But
that's it, man.
So yeah, I mean, Sir, you want to give you some shout outs real quick?
I mean, I just want to shout out Chicago, everybody tuning in. Thank you all for your time. Hopefully, we entertained you. Thanks, Rick Party, Tone Capone, Bubba, Monsoon, T Nick, and everybody that commented and took their time. We truly appreciate you. Thanks for having me on again. I'm really enjoying this. I appreciate you introducing me into a new space, something that I always wanted to get into anyway. So I hope I didn't disappoint, and I'm grateful for the opportunity.
Not at all, man.
Appreciate you. Appreciate
Give my shouts real quick, man. First of all, I definitely shout out y'all, sir, in the Shits podcast, Bubble, Monsoon, who had the jet. I appreciate y'all, man. My all-star team, I got to shout out my all-star team. None of them could make it today, but I appreciate them to help me keep this thing going. It's always good to be able to try to connect with the people that watch us, and shit, maybe even some youth. We had a youth spotlight a couple months ago, and so we got some kids watching us, man. So we got to watch what we say now and shit. But
it's all good.
I want to shout out the people that watch us. We silly as hell, but like Sir said, hopefully we entertain. Maybe something will be inspiring to you. Maybe something will be educational to you. But that's what this platform is all about, man.
Definitely.
So I definitely appreciate all the people that get in the comment section. The people that don't, they just watch. They're like lurkers. They don't want to say nothing. That's okay.
Right.
As long as you watch it, that's what counts.
And hit that like button.
I'm gonna shout out my fiance. I just got engaged.
Congrats.
Congratulations, man.
Last week. Appreciate you, man. So I'm one step closer to jumping out the window.
Out the window, head
out
first.
The window. But right. But she said to me, "You'll always have at least one viewer." So that's how she supports me. She said, "You always have at least one." Shit, nobody else may watch, but I'm always had that one. So I definitely
dope
appreciate
right there.
her.
Yeah, that's dope.
And she said, oh, that's so sweet. She just commented that she would catch me jumping out the window. Well, shit.
Oh,
ain't that cute?
Oh,
all right. Don't sentimental. We and I getting all sentimental and shit.
Right. But, you're snappy.
I also want to give a shout out to Leon Rogers. Because this has become my favorite shirt.
Goofy ass down.
Sit your goof ass down.
Yes, sir.
This has become my favorite shirt. And people, they act a little differently when they see you got that shirt on. They kind of think twice before they say anything to you.
Exactly.
I don't really fuck with people like that. So if they say some dumb shit to me, I'm gonna call their ass out. But when they see this shirt, they really gonna think twice about what they say.
Because you calling them out already before they
right. Before they even say anything. Sit your good down.
Bring that shit this way if you want to.
Right.
Yes, sir.
That's next. Like,
right.
I ain't that. Rocking.
So I definitely want to shout out Leon Rogers. And also, last but not least, super producer Tanya. She's in class right now. She's in real estate class or insurance class or some shit like that. But she helps make these shows happen.
Okay.
And matter of fact, she went to Simeon. You know Tanya, don't you?
Tanya what?
Tanya.
I figured out.
Yeah, but she helps makes these shows happen, man. Like Rick was saying, he talked to her on and off. So
okay. Yeah, that's a love, man. You know, Simeon had that's what I tell people, man. One thing about that school is I used to regret not transferring and going to Thornwood and possibly playing on the team with Eddie Curry and a couple of them guys out there and shit during that time frame. But I stayed in Simeon, you know what I mean? And I got off the team. And the main reason I got off the team, y'all finna laugh, is because every Thanksgiving and Christmas we would play at these tournaments, right?
Yeah.
I would get home and there wouldn't be no fucking food, bro.
Man, you gotta be kidding me.
So you stopped playing so you could go eat?
Man, my moms would host Thanksgiving and I come in at like 9:30, 10:30 sometimes.
Crazy.
Fucking gang. And I done left out at like 11. So when I leave out, it really ain't nothing ready. I might get a roll with some ham. She might cut off a couple pieces of ham, make me like 4 sandwiches or some shit like that. You know, with some Hawaiian rolls or some shit, right? Because that ain't nothing, ain't nobody go trip. You know, the ham can get sliced up a little bit before everybody get it. And then she was slick, so she just sliced it all off the bone and just had it laying pretty. So I'm like, Mom, give me something. You know, when I come back, you ain't gonna save me shit.
You want that mac and cheese and them collard greens and shit.
I wouldn't get shit but a whole fucking pan of like Brussels sprouts. Like
Brussels sprouts. Who the fuck eats Brussels sprouts for Thanksgiving?
My uncle.
Right. Nobody.
The turkey wings of the turkey, like all the good breast meat gone. Like it's just ribs just hanging in there. I'm like, what? I'm looking at her like, ain't no dressing? You ain't even say me no dressing.
Damn.
I gotta go heat up some oodles and noodles. Like I'm literally in the kitchen scraping out everything, making a plate.
And that's why you quit the team.
So you quit the team because of that.
My Simeon career was 92 to 96. From 92 to 94, I was eating scraps out of the Thanksgiving and Christmas pans.
So I'm guessing 95 and 96 was worth it, huh?
Hell no.
I was good, nigga. Hey, I was controlling the leftovers. I had the Tupperware pans. I'm like, nah, don't worry, I'm locking it down early. And the place getting mad, like we got leftovers this year.
Oh no, they ain't gonna get this shit. I'm putting this shit
straight up, man. My family, I have so many cousins that they were like the older ones got smart, and you know how some Amvex was around, Tupperware was real popular, so they was bringing their own Tupperware over, making Tupperware. Man, man.
Fucking play with the aluminum, huh? They
to this Thanksgiving.
Fuck a to-go plate. I'm bringing Tupperware.
I said no. One Tupperware per cousin. And then my mom was making the wine. She was making the wine. So all year she would have like drinking parties every weekend. And her girlfriends would go through a gallon of like Julio and Gallo and all them little cheap ass gallons of wine, right? With the hook on it, right? Like apple cider.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So they would finish them off and save them. Right before like June, August, my mom would start making her wine. She made wine. And it was specifically for Thanksgiving. And do you know at the end of all the food and shit, they want to take one of them home? And it was like all different flavors. Then nobody wants certain flavors. They all wanted the same flavor. I was like, y'all niggas crazy, man. Straight up. She got mad at me because I was selling it. I was buying mustard containers. You know the little squeezies? You know the mustard joint where you twist the thing and squeeze it out. I put all the mustard out. You know, mustard was like 50 cents back in the day. I would go down the street at OK Foods on 69th and Aberdeen and get like $3-4 of mustard. Each dollar was 2 mustards. So I come back home and I'm squeezing out these mustards and I'm filling them up. And I'm looking at how low my mom's bottles is getting. And I'm adding water in. This is wine. So the longer this shit stick, the stronger it get, bro. And I'm watching her go back there like every other weekend and tip it over, do a little taste test. This needs to sit a little more. If it was strong enough, she bring it in. If it wasn't, she leave it out there. So I peeped her. I said, all I gotta do is add a little water. To the level up, the yeast is gonna build up and it's gonna make it stronger. Man, I never got caught. When I told my mother what I was doing, bro, we laughed so hard. She was like, you know, you was a slick little nigga for that.
So who you selling it to?
I was selling to everybody in the hood. Because you got to think, bro, Banana Red.
The mustard bottles.
Mad Dog 2020. A brick of that shit was like $3-4, right?
Yeah.
I was selling my shit for $3. And it was a little mustard bottle. But it was stronger than the, you know what I mean? The Mad Dogs and the White Ports and the Thunderbirds. And it was sweeter. It was homemade. She was mixing flavors. So I was like, look, man, I got this wine. I brought one out that everybody sampled. Man, they was banging that shit. We was just got through hooping. It was cold. You know what I mean? So I started a gimmick. She got the supply on the back porch. She never knew that the stock was dropping because I kept like eye contact with the level and filled that shit right back up. The little residue would leave a little ring around it. She had to strain it once she brought it in. She was just giving it a little taste test. Taste the potency level to her. If it's good to her, bring it on in, strain it through that cheesecloth, put it in the good jar. You know what I mean?
The good jar. The good jar.
You know, the good crystal, them crystals with the smash downs.
I'm tripping that you had the boys in mustard, but like, can you imagine motherfuckers sitting on the street drinking something out of a mustard bottle?
No, bro, it's 1112 West Marquette Road, right down the street from Arden Park. I could walk to the park with any kind of bag with these little mustard bottles, and I probably would make it in the park with like 2 left. I couldn't pass May Street. I couldn't pass Racine with any kind of bag. It was like, hey, you got that wine? I was selling bootleg. I was selling my mama's wine, bro. Like she was making balloon. It was balloon wine. So she would put yeast in it, and when the balloon blew up, it went down. She knew it was okay. I got to check it out. And if it wasn't strong enough to it, she let it sit back there a little longer. You feel me? And just let it sit naturally. Let it do its thing.
Yeah, let it ferment and do all
it. Ferment, do its thing, bro. And she
does it get more potent when it sits?
Yeah. The longer it is, the stronger it is. The longer it works, the stronger.
So you got to think about like how jailhouse wine, they add certain things to their little hooches to help ferment it. The more it ferments, the stronger it get, right? But they limit it. So you doing your shit and you controlling it, right? And you straining it to make sure that ain't nobody getting sick drinking anything, you know what I mean, at the bottom and all that kind of shit. So yeah, it was fascinating and funny to watch her do this every year and then stop because you know they want to start fighting and arguing and shit, and it's like, bro, y'all ain't paying for it,
right?
Number one, y'all not paying. That's what I was like in 8th grade. I'm like, look, ain't nobody paying for it, so all y'all get a mustard jar. And she like, where you getting these mustard jars? That's when the jig was up.
I can't believe we are on the Chicago Clubhouse podcast talking about some fucking wine in mustard jars.
Bootleg wine. The bootleg wine in the mustard jars.
Right. Hey, you never know what's gonna happen with Bubba from the Shits podcast. You never know what the hell gonna come out.
Because you think
mouth,
you
man.
know.
We think we know everything, but we don't know shit. We don't know a motherfucking thing. But man, my cup is getting empty. So I mean, I don't know if y'all know what that means, but that means we gotta sign off soon because I gotta put some more shit in my cup.
Can I get a refill?
Yeah, I did. That is the song. I need a refill. Yeah. I need a refill because my shit is getting empty. But hey, like I said before, I appreciate all y'all coming on the podcast. Monsoon Bubble, sir, definitely. And ain't Kelly's having the fried lobster tonight?
Today is Wednesday. Yeah, it's probably over with by now.
Damn, man.
At 11. We close at 11.
Oh, 11?
Yeah.
Since when y'all close that early?
On a Wednesday, yeah, 11.
Oh shit! Well, damn, I ain't got time to go get me no fried lobster.
Yeah, nigga, not from where your ass gotta come from, nigga. Hell no. It's over.
Right, I'm like, man, let me sneak over there and give me a piece real quick.
I will be there this weekend though.
Yeah. That this weekend with the bus thing is on
28th.
That's on the 28th. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like 2 weeks from now.
And we can talk about that, sir, whenever you want to.
Yeah,
we
just
can
hit me
talk
when hit me when you slide through. You know how it is.
I bet for sure. But
all right,
yeah,
my brothers, man, I appreciate y'all, man. This was fun. We got to do it again, man.
Likewise.
Sir, get used to it, man. We bringing you out, bro.
I'm loving it.
All right, so for my man Bubba, Shit's Podcast, my man Sir, Tilly's, we out.
Peace.
Peace. Check.